Welcome, militia of Walton's Crossing. When last we saw you, you had just completed a bit of a renovation of the village's clinic, and your medium was fists, bullets, and lasers. The synth versions of your friends, Mayor Jesse Pettigrew, Pollyanna, the venerable mute fruit farmer, and cool guy Roach McCall, well, they're laying in twisted heaps of sparking metal on the clinic's floor currently because you shot and or punched them to quote-unquote death. You know that the synth of Bartram Tender rushed out the door a moment before you were all rendered unconscious by yet another blast of migraine-inducing energy? Psionics? Magic? We don't know yet. But whatever the source of the effects, when you come to, you find yourselves in the clinic. Minutes or hours later, it's hard to tell. 2 other people are still there. A child named, I didn't bother looking it up, so who cares? And Dr. Laura Goodwell. Each is in some form of fugue state, unable to answer your questions, but the good doctor is clutching a clipboard to her chest. You pull it free from her grasp and see a number of notes scribbled in Dr. Rees. The sheer number of exclamation points alone tells you that whatever the doctor was writing was important to her, and you decipher a few words that catch your eye. Geck, south, signal, and 1,000 to 2,000 meters. Now, between sessions, guys, in the interim, we did a little housekeeping as players. So we're going to jump right in with a summary of what each character did, and then we'll get right to the action. I'm going to start with my top left screen here. Edmund Kowalski, what did you do since waking up?
What did I do since waking up? Probably went, double-checked with some of the people, like the see if anybody was missing in town. Stocked up on, goods, ate a bit, maybe. Had some water. Hydrated before the big fight.
Okay, the very short, the big fight. What big fight? What is Edmund talking about?
The big game happening.
Okay, yeah. So you do those things.
Get ready for the big game.
We're going to regionals. It's I'll have information for you in a moment. Top right, Dave, Geraldine Hawks.
Yeah. So Geraldine basically emptied her entire clip out last session. So, stocking up in caps as soon as possible. Healing the gaping hole in her legs with some of those nice stim packs and getting ready to go.
Cool. Bottom right is Dylan, a.k.a. Poppy Jones.
Hello. I also just imagined when you're like, we're all... when you pick up the clipboard and there's just 4 of us, so there's like 8 hands on the clipboard. We're all holding it, reading it at the same time.
It's a set of hands we've never seen before.
It's a child. So Poppy Jones would get healed up because last time she was a little bit wrecked. I think I was down to like 6 out of 10 hit points. So another stim pack. Heal her up again, and she'd also go get her armor because she wasn't wearing any armor in the last fight, and if shit's going down, she wants to be walking around town wearing her Vault Tech security armor, just in case.
So you spent 2/3 of the total adventure armorless?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
She had her lab coat on, and then we tried to save the cow. And she shoved the lab coat in, and she just had her Vault-Tech suit on. There was no armor. So,
okay.
And it was all physical damage. Like, if it had been radiation, she would have been fine.
Okay.
And she's
Are you saying that your
gonna...
lab coat would have saved you from that? Like, your lab coat has bulletproofing applied to it?
Well, no, but, like, the armor does. So she's got a helmet on, she's got armor on, and she's going to take one of those shock batons and, like, load up on more ammo for a pistol because I ran out.
Cool.
And
yeah,
also,
sounds good.
Read that clipboard because, like, she recognizes some of those things.
Yeah. Okay. I'll have some information for you. Lastly is Roger Franco. What does Roger do?
Oh well, he's actually super mutant as defined by the S on his chest, which is very apparent. I guess he too would grab the clipboard along with the other three people around him. And then he'd go, I can't read. And then he would go to Barrett in the back just to check on him. Is the kid still saying who? Yeah, he'll pop a few more cotton balls in there. And then he'll go.
Poor kid. Okay.
And then he'll go to one of the walls and plunge his hands into the siding and rip out a board, kind of test it out and go, good. And then he'll come back outside, and the most important thing at this point is now to look good doing it. So he's going to go over to Roach's mangled body. And what's Roach wearing?
Roach is wearing, well, his trademark sunglasses, obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah, he absolutely, yeah. So Super Mutant grabs those, puts them on, pulls them down his nose, looks around kind of coolly, and then flips them back up.
Okay. Yeah, they survive being stretched over your completely normal head. Okay, so you've got those sunglasses. Anything else you're up to?
Yeah, I was kind of wrecked the last fight, so with whatever medical supplies are around, I'm going to heal up to full. And,
cool. So you're not
jab
getting
a few stim packs into the old chest and then keep on going.
Beauty. Yeah, you're not getting a lot of help from Dr. Goodwell, but you are in the clinic and you guys can scrounge a number of supplies. So I'm sure there's enough for you to heal yourselves up to a significant degree. Edmund, when you go around town, you find that to your dismay and horror, many people are missing, and those that aren't missing seem to be in a very similar fugue state. This latest wave of energy seems to have hit everybody very, very hard, save for probably just you four, at least out of the people you find. So I'm assuming you don't do like an exhaustive search of the town, but in the half hour to maybe an hour in total that you spend wandering about and resupplying, you find anywhere between 10 to 12 people who are basically brain dead. Seems like the wrong term and rather insensitive, but certainly in this sort of fugue state that you find the doctor and the child in.
Oh shit!
There he is.
The whole town's gone.
Oh, he left again. Okay. So you guys have stabbed yourselves with stim packs. You've gotten a collection of mentats and a few other stims from the clinic, and the information you have from the doctor's notepad is, again, it's a very scribbled sheet of paper. Half of it looks like crazy person's scribblings. The other half is hard to decipher, even harder to decipher maybe, thanks to the handwriting. But you do see 4 words, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 words in particular. Gek, south, signal, and 1,000 to 2,000 meters question mark. What do you do?
Poppy Jones is going to decipher more of the writing.
How will you do that?
Yeah.
Science?
Yeah,
because she's a doctor.
Yeah. Oh, well.
I mean, there's speech, but
No, I like that, actually.
That's really she's a doctor. Yeah.
It made sense to me until you said because she's a doctor. Like, does she use a doctor language?
Yeah, you said it yourself. Doctorese.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I guess that would have been medicine. Then I'll roll medicine. How about that?
As the DM, I don't think that makes sense in this case.
But she's a doctor.
Again, listen, I tell you what,
doctor, damn it!
I'm doing a little shit right now. I'm gonna roll science, and I need to remember and intelligence.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so what's the target number going to be?
Oh my god!
Flustered me. 8.
Okay, cool.
I have 2 successes. I got a 10 and a 5.
Beauty.
Nice.
Okay, so you spend some time looking through the page, scrolling through the words, really slowly working through the all the different combinations, and you do come up with a bit more information. You piece together that the doctor over the past few days has been keeping some notes on what's been going on in town. You flip through to some of the other pages even and corroborate some of the information. So she's been paying attention to this for a few days. Things have been getting a little worse. She's been seeing more and more people. And then on that last page where things start to get a lot less easy to decipher, you still manage to figure out that the information that she has near the bottom there, Gek, south, signal, 1,000 to 2,000 meters, that was apparently the result of her going and taking a look at the town's Gek. And you happen to know that only Mayor Jesse Pettigrew, and you weren't even sure who else knew where it is, but the doctor apparently did. That is what you learn.
And I relayed all of that to everyone else while I'm reading it.
Half an hour has gone by past the original hour, so 90 minutes have passed.
Okay, so 2 things. I'll do this character. So 2 things I think we need to figure out. One, we kind of glossed over the fact that, these people are not who we thought they were, so maybe we should think about that a little bit. The second thing is, one of them just ran. So we could start tracking them, but the longer we leave that, the more difficult I assume it is going to be.
To describe it for the visual auditory medium, I'm making air quotes, just 90 minutes ago ran.
Yeah.
I remember also Super found the mayor's hat. I don't know. Do we want to use that as a... Maybe we could find her.
Do you think they were taken recently? Like yesterday?
Maybe.
During the day?
Edmund, I'm spitting in the wind here, man. I don't know.
All right. Well, you usually have answers, so I was hoping, but fair enough.
Yeah, Geraldine. Where are the answers?
I mean, fair. No, you know what? Fair.
Okay, well, I tell you guys what. You're having this chat and trying to decide what to do, and what is becoming rapidly a familiar sensation starts to wash over you again. It's a little bit different this time, though. It's lower level. You almost feel it like a buzzing in your brain, and it doesn't go away. Each of you, your vision swims a little bit. You get quite uncomfortable, but this thing is continuing right now, and it's making you very uncomfortable. What do you do?
Oh,
Resist it.
Geraldine is going to try and move around a little bit and see if the sensation gets stronger or less severe, depending on the direction she goes.
You do notice, even with mild movements, that it does change. You're not sure if it's stronger or weaker, but you do notice that movement seems to have some limited impact to it. But I'm assuming you're basically moving around the clinic right now and not sprinting from one side of town to the other.
Could she start going in the direction that we had listed? The potentially south? 2,000 meters south?
Absolutely, she can. Does Geraldine leave the clinic? You guys are in control. This feeling is very slowly intensifying. It's borderline pain at this point.
Well, I don't have any better ideas. You want to try?
I mean, yeah, probably. Like you said, no better idea.
Super Mutant comes out of like a room to the side. He's got tinfoil around his head.
This just looks like a big green baked potato.
My brain, the tinfoil does nothing. And in fact, the tinfoil does nothing.
It does nothing!
There you go.
He takes it off.
Is there a vehicle anywhere nearby that we know of?
That is quite the question. Let's do my favorite, well, one of my favorite house rules, which is asshole dice. I feel like I'm swearing a lot tonight. Apologies. But grab a d20, Dylan, and we're both going to roll it, and high roll wins.
Okay, what am I rolling? Am I rolling
D20.
1D?
Yep.
Okay, high wins?
Yes. Well, fuck.
What did you
Who will
get?
reveal
I got
first?
14.
Okay, so indeed, there is one vehicle that is rarely used at Walton's Crossing. It is in, I don't have it on the map, obviously, because we just made this up. Thanks for nothing, Dylan. But it is in storage currently. It's a small, what sort of vehicles does it have? Let's just assume it's some sort of battery-powered rover. Rarely used. You haven't seen it yourself even for months, but it does exist.
Okay, so Poppy Jones is going to look at Roger, not Super Mutant, Edmund, Geraldine, and go, well, if we can get maybe some medicine or painkillers, maybe we can fight this pain in our head. And I'm thinking that I can get the vehicle that's, stored off over there. And she points off in the random direction, wherever the vehicle is. And maybe we can start driving south and see if we can find anything. Maybe? Yes?
What vehicle?
Edmund chooses not to know about it.
What?
Sounds
made
like you just
life a
made
lot
that up.
easier. the last couple months.
So
absolutely.
Caveat is if I can repair it.
My head hurt, please! We go vehicle!
Okay. Poppy Jones is going to lead them towards the vehicle, and we're going to try to repair it.
Okay, so there's nothing wrong with it as far as you know, and you get there, and it doesn't appear to be broken.
Sometimes you just need to change perfectly good things and make it your own.
Indeed.
Poppy Jones takes out a bobblehead out of her bag and puts it on the dash.
So
Repair.
It's mine now. Despite the intensifying pain, Poppy, with you three behind her, walks into the garage, puts her hands on her hips, and says, well, here's something I gotta do. Star wipe, and you guys are sitting in the buggy. It is starting with
super mutants in the back, and his head is poking out the top, and his knees are up to his chin.
Yeah, it is not meant for more than probably 2 normal people. No offense to Roger. And the 4 of you, this thing will labor, but it is functional, and you now have a vehicle. What do you do?
My head hurts. Let's go.
This is a bad idea.
This did take a fair amount of time, probably measured in minutes, not hours for sure. But in that time, things have intensified. It's to the point where it is harmful, painful for you guys, even to keep your eyes open, to keep an eye on what's around you. It's as if you're having the most serious of migraines.
Fuck!
Just drive, Poppy.
Yeah, she's gonna floor it.
All right, just
drive it to
I want
the
to paint a visual because I love super in the back and described like that. I think Geraldine is kind of doing the thing where she's like 1 foot on the side and like grabbing on and just like hanging off with her pistol out.
The wig just flowing in the wind.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's good wig glue.
Where's Edmund?
Where's Edmund?
Where's Edmund?
We forgot Edmund.
It's a Flintstone situation.
Wait,
he's on top.
Wait for me, guys. I don't know how to do Edmund's voice.
Just hanging out on top. Yeah, no, it's kind of like when you illegally drive more people than you're supposed to, and you're just kind of like.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, exactly.
Specifically, what are you talking about?
In movies, when you see the movies and stuff.
Okay.
When bad people do it, and you have like an extra person just squished in, and they're just like, I'm next to Roger. just completely pancaked on the side.
All we can see is like his like nose and his knees sticking out between like the side of the dude and Roger.
Both my shoulders are touching in front of me, like just completely.
The camera pans from Edmund down squished between, and then it like pans up to Roger, and we're going at a pretty good clip, and there's like bugs hitting his face, and his mouth is just kind of like open a bit, but he's just smiling.
And Poppy's in full armor. Full armor with like the faceplate of her helmet up, crying from the pain, but forward, pedal to the metal, and she's going, but she's crying.
Okay. Someone do fan art, please.
Stop us that way!
Poppy, I'll get you to roll me a piloting check, since we worked hard to get ourselves to this point, to drive out of town with the particular challenges you're dealing with right now. It's going to be a difficulty of 2 to avoid some kind of rollover situation, especially flooring it as you are. What is your target number?
10.
Okay, not bad. Are you going to buy any more dice?
Yes.
Okay, yes.
Who said that?
What?
Edmund, here we go. I bought a dice, Mr. Super Mutant.
That was actually Edmund in universe. He can barely breathe.
Okay, 1 success, re-rolling because I only have 2d20. 2 success. I rolled a 9 and a 6.
Okay, it's a near thing at one point. You do find yourself having to squeeze your eyes shut occasionally, and you do it at the wrong moment. You bounce off a rock, careen off a hill on the other side of the quote-unquote road. There's no road here. You're just heading south through what is effectively the Wasteland scrub. You don't flip the vehicle. And even with the way overloading situation here, it's probably faster than you guys could run. And you guys do drive roughly 1,500 meters fairly quickly. What happens? Well, a few things happen as you guys drive out of town. The first is that the evening chill really settles in for you guys. As I mentioned before, it's early winter, and it's quite cold as you head out into the wilderness. You notice almost immediately, once you leave the town, that the feelings of dissociation and pain, they start to fade. And they fade and fade and fade the further you get from town. It's a matter of minutes, maybe 2 or 3 minutes. You probably got to drive a little carefully. So let's call it 5 minutes with care. You no longer feel the pain. You feel like yourselves, and you don't feel the buzzing. What do you do?
I can see and feel clearly now the pain is gone.
Prove it. Let's see a perception check from everyone, if you care.
All obstacles are no longer in our way.
Just
I don't know why, guys, but the buggy just explodes. I'm sorry. It's a rough end to the campaign, but anyway.
Is that perception survival?
Unfortunately, yep, that'd be my guess. You're peering out into the darkness.
No, survival is endurance.
Oh, it can be whatever.
Well, but he wants it to be.
He wants it to be.
I'd like to think that it's perception athletics for Roger, because everything he does is a huge strain. He just kind of strains his eyes.
The brain is a muscle.
I'll let you guys roll what you want to roll.
So.
Okay, nice.
We're all doing this?
If you want to, you don't have to. You're driving.
Endurance, survival.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna focus on just like amazing piloting skills right here. Okay.
Okay. Did we get any successes?
I got 2.
I got 1.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
Somehow, just
Edmund, with your sharp eyes, you notice up on a ridge, not too far away, and by not too far, I mean, okay, so just to paint the picture, guys, you guys have wandered off into the night. I'm going to say 10 to 12 minutes of fairly fast but somewhat careful driving. The pain fades. You guys make a good pace, and you guys are almost certainly in that range of 1,000 to 2,000 meters. At that point, you start to calm down a little bit. Poppy's focused on driving. Geraldine is focused on not falling off. Super Mutant is focused on the bugs in his teeth. But Edmund looks out and sees what appears to be, against the backdrop of the moonlight, a darkness against the darkness. And you are the only one who notices that darkness move ever so slightly. It shifts towards you guys from probably 200 or 300 meters away. And what it is becomes abundantly clear as a laser shot flies out towards the buggy into the night. Edmund, you are most definitely not surprised in any way by this because you were looking right at it. However, there's little you can do other than potentially, I won't tell you what you can do. You've got a second probably to react. What do you do?
Laser!
Cool. You guys are a little bit less surprised as lasers lance out at the buggy. So, Poppy, you can't really react despite just hearing lasers. I mean, it would be very hard for you to react. So we're going to go with a base defense for the buggy of you just sort of driving with some care. A laser bolt definitely hits the buggy, and the buggy itself is going to take a bit of damage. A little bit of damage. But what I want from all of you guys, do you know what? There's 4 of you. I'm just going to roll the dice. Why slow things down? 1, 2. Yeah, I'm going to call that driver. Hey, Poppy, I'm afraid the laser manages to spread. One of the shots spangs off and hits you. You're going to take 2 energy damage to the 18.
That'd be the right leg.
Oh, it's a tough shot to hit you in the right leg, but he manages somehow.
It bounces into the car.
So I take off the bolt suit to put on armor and lose my energy.
Perfect. So you get hit by 1 laser bolt. One other one also hits the buggy pretty much center mass, and it labors a bit. There's a smoking hole in the hood. Let's head right into initiative, guys. Who's got tops? I think we've got a 13 or 2 in the group.
I got a 13.
And okay. I also have a 13.
Right.
Papa Jones driving the car. Get us out of here.
Edmund, 13.
We're gonna run something over.
Poppy, Jones. 13. Cool.
Car's busted.
What are our other initiatives?
Geraldine's on 12.
Geraldine, 12. You guys are quite fast. Don't know if anyone's told you that before.
I'm on a 10.
Mutant's going to fix it for us. Thanks.
Roger
at a 10. And my creature will jump in and surprise you all with their initiative.
A creature.
Ah.
This
creature of pure
figure.
light.
Okay.
A creature of laser light.
Edmund, I'm going to assume you're up first. Yeah, let's make it you because you're the one who noticed and are the least surprised. What do you do?
Oh my god. So the
figure's probably 300 meters away. It's a good ways away.
Okay. The buggy's still going?
Correct.
Could I perhaps assist Poppy in her driving, and by pointing out where this creature is, just like it's 300 meters ahead of you.
Okay, you are the only one who has seen it.
Yeah.
So yeah, do you know what? That's actually more reasonable than I thought. The outcome for this will be. Feel free to roll a test of some sort. I would call this speech plus I don't know something.
All right. Let me apparently look up. What assistance does?
Oh, you're going to use the rules?
This is an action, I'll have you know.
Rad. I'm glad to hear.
That's neat.
Okay. Describe how you're helping and decide with the GM which attribute plus skill combination you're using. Then roll 1d20, add any successes you generate to theirs.
Oh, right on. So you could potentially buy more if you so chose. Assist so freaking hard. Okay, so what are you going to roll?
So I guess it would be... that would probably be And perception survival or perception, let's see, speech? Perception speech?
I want speech in there because it's you communicating to Poppy.
Perception speech?
Oh, that sounds wonderful. Right, of course. Yeah, those work. Do it.
Those work. Excellent. Okay, I will roll it right now.
The difficulty is? The target number, I should say?
6.
Okay, all right.
You don't want to roll 1d20 because I am assisting. I get a 6.
No way.
So
that does it.
You get 1 success to your next skill test.
Okay, that was your major action. Do you want to do any minor action while you're in this moving vehicle?
No, Isaac, come on.
All right, I'm sorry. Poppy.
But I got a question though. You're assisting. Tell me how you're assisting Poppy.
I am yelling out, "There's a thing in the sky! It's about 300 meters away! It's this tall!" I don't know how tall it is. That's the thing shooting lasers! Look out!
I don't know what I expected when I asked that.
I kind of want to take away the success, but I can't. It's fine.
It's too late!
I just want to make sure I'm understanding what Poppy's seeing right now. So we're just driving. We're trying to figure out. We're looking for something, and now we're getting attacked, and the creature's up in the sky firing at us.
Okay, so I don't like doing this.
Wait. In the sky.
Wait.
He's
so that's
wrong,
just it.
though.
I don't like doing this as the DM. That is what he said. I don't know why he said that.
Well, because you mentioned in you could see a darkness
Yeah, darkness against the darkness.
Oh,
yeah.
How dare you use colorful language? You need to describe it exactly.
I didn't. It got me confused.
But why is it in the sky? It's fine.
I assumed it was. You said it was like I don't know, like the way it was described. It sounded like something that was tall, and I just assumed it was like very tall. I didn't know.
Please, Poppy, just go evasive driving. We go.
Please. Okay, Poppy's going to do some evasive driving to dodge the lasers while driving towards the creature.
Towards it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
How far away is it?
What's the target number? 300 meters.
I did specify 300 meters.
Mm-hmm.
Into the sky.
I got one thing right.
The target number is 10.
Okay.
And then I got 3 dice.
So the difficulty to be evasive, this is going to be a 1. It's not that hard to be that evasive.
Okay. So and I get an extra dice. That's right.
No, you just get an extra success.
Okay, well, I rolled a 13 and a 16. I got to roll one more. Let's see what an extra success automatically.
Yes. Yeah, you get one
extra success.
Yes.
So, okay, but so I got 1 success.
Hey.
So you managed to pilot this thing. You're weaving back and forth. You're not seeing much. You're taking Edmund's word for it that this thing is over there. You've been shot at, so you've got a fair...
In the sky.
Yeah, you do get that. Although the lasers didn't come from the sky, so maybe there's some confusion. It's fine. You get closer. You've halved the distance to this thing. You don't quite see it yet, simply because it's so dark, but you're getting shot at from that direction, and you are evasive. So your defense is going to go up 1 for attacks against you guys.
Wait, Poppy, why you go towards? Why you drive towards thing?
Do it.
Why?
Please.
Geraldine, you're up.
Yeah, so I think at this point, Geraldine's only rocking a pistol, so if she's going to take shots, it's going to more likely waste ammo than anything else. So the major action I'm going to take is going to defend, and I'm going to take an agility plus athletics test, which with a difficulty equal to your current defense.
Okay, so that should be 1, unless your agility's high.
Yeah, it is not.
Okay.
So an agility, athletics is target number 7. I didn't get it. And
womp
then womp womp. And then the other thing, I can't really do much other than that. So I will just keep it on.
You could dive out of the moving vehicle.
Yeah, just like a sack of potatoes just hitting the dirt. Yeah.
Duck and roll.
Yeah,
so that's a no? Okay, cool.
No.
Lasers lance out from the darkness.
Super.
No, it's not his turn. In fact, the lasers go before Super.
Oh no, they're so fast.
He's so fast. So lasers come out pointedly, not coming from the sky, but from the land ahead of you some ways.
It's underground.
Shit. You know what we should have done? We should have put Super on the hood of the buggy to have been our armor.
Yeah.
No!
Just strapped to the front like Mad Max style.
Yeah, exactly.
Spread eagle.
Witness me.
So you were saying that as the lasers come out, one of them is going to make contact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You suggest that mutant should have been blocking laser shots for you, and in fact, he starts doing that. What a good guy!
No, please, no! Please, no!
Mutants, you are dealt some kind of damage. You were dealt in the 13.
That is the right arm.
Okay, this is bad news for mutants.
That's his throwing arm.
I'm looking
That's
at
his
2
eating
2s.
arm.
You got 4 damage coming into your right arm.
No, not 4 damage.
Not the right arm.
Not like this.
That's his punching arm.
It's
Not
my
like this.
it's my second favorite arm.
I know.
So now that you guys are, close-ish, like you could cross this distance. If you sprinted, you could almost cross this distance in a round. So you're close enough to see where this thing is shooting. It is definitely a humanoid figure, basically just standing out in the scrub, and shooting at you guys with lasers. Mutant, you are indeed up.
Interestingly enough, did the same as Geraldine. Stole my
Defend?
thunder, but here we go. Yeah, defending. I'm looking for an 8. And I got good and bad news for everybody. The good news is that... oh, wait, no good news. I got a 20.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fun. So, Mutant, you start Matrix... it's way too late for this, but you start Matrix moving out of the way of invisible bullets, bobbing your head back and forth. The shifting makes things much harder to drive because you are the key weight in the vehicle.
The ballast.
And that's the complication.
All right, cool.
Back to the top. Edmund, you're much closer and you're up.
I'm going to... there's not much I can do. I'm sandwiched between a buggy and a mutant, and so I'm going to try and defend as well, because... why not? I'm looking for a... it is agility and athletics. So I'm looking for a 8.
Cool.
And I get a 2 and a 14, so I get 1, which is what I need. So I am +1 defense. Yeah. There you go. I'm +1 defense.
Nice.
Sweet.
Okay. Sounds really good. Poppy. The vehicle
Papa
is
Jones.
rocking back and forth thanks to the bulk of Roger. What do you do?
Roger! Stay still!
No, dodge and weave.
And I think driving right now is still the important thing. So is there any way to counteract the giant mutant trying to flip us?
Basically,
pilot again.
Basically, yeah. You just have to be highly skilled at it. So previously the difficulty was 1. The difficulty is going to be 2.
Okay, cool. How many AP do we have? We still have it all, right? We have it all.
We should have.
Oh
7.
no, you guys have been spending quite a bit in the past round or 2, I don't think you've generated
I spent 2
any.
AP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so how many AP do we have
Dave's so
left?
salty. Okay, fine. Yeah.
Yeah,
Fine.
I think we're at 5 then.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds good.
Well, hold on. We started at 5. We can't be at 5 right now.
So
Oh, we
I
started
used
at
2, so we're at
So then
3.
technically we're up 1 because it was the perk and then
Yeah.
down 2, so at 4.
So
we're at 4.
We're at 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
What I'm wanting to do, if we're close enough, is to counteract what Super Mutant is doing, but I want to be able to do a sick turn. Are we close enough that I need to start braking? 300. We were 300 meters away. So how close are we now?
Well, no, you crossed the distance halfway last turn, so you're
Oh.
actually 150 meters away. Yeah.
To the creature.
Yep.
Cool. So I'm just going to counteract, so we don't fall the fuck out of the buggy. So
No, don't
He's spending
counteract.
1 AP.
Go with it.
not counteract. Go. Okay. Whatever it is.
Oversteer into the oversteer. Yes, that'll work out.
A 20 is bad, right?
A 20 is quite bad. Yeah.
Because I got 1 success. Oh no. So I had 3 dice. I got 2 20s.
Are you
Oh.
serious?
I am not fucking you. I
Oh no,
rerolled
the vehicle
for
blows
my-
up.
All right. So that is pretty fun. I actually don't know what the rules are, but I'm going to go ahead and say that what we really don't want to have happen happens. So you step on it. You go careening off. You take, I think it was Edmund who gave the advice to oversteer into the oversteer. You do that. You immediately lose control of the buggy. You guys careen off a rock, and after traveling about 50 meters, the buggy is on its side, and you guys are all prone and spilled out onto the ground. I want to see a test from all of you. The difficulty is only going to be 1 to avoid hurting yourselves. I suggest probably agility, but it's up to you. How do you resist falling out of a vehicle at speed?
Oh, 100% strength. Here we go, baby.
Sold? That's
Push
doable.
up off the ground.
Strength athletics. Let's go.
Okay, we'll start with you then, Roger. Yeah, roll it up.
I imagine like Roger just kind of goes into stick form and just holds everything tense and just
yeah, that's how you survive. Fight it all the way.
And then he just goes ass over tea kettle do
and just takes it.
So what's your target number there, Roger?
I'm looking for 15.
Oh jeez.
I got a 15 and a 3.
Okay, that's a success.
That's
2
not
actually.
only a success, that's 3 successes.
So Roger literally falls out, cabers several times, and just ends up on his feet. It probably would have killed lesser beings, but Roger's just standing there, basically. Edmund, what are you rolling?
So Edmund's going to do the opposite and go completely limp and attempt to ragdoll, and I want to use endurance athletics.
Sold?
So I need a 10.
Okay.
And he gets a 5 and a 6. So the opposite, you just see it's just a sausage just hitting the ground and just
a dead fish thrown across the desert. Okay,
exactly.
No harm done. Well done. Going clockwise here to Dave / Geraldine Hawks. How are you going to survive this?
Somebody's got to use survival.
I think this is probably the most terrifying for her, considering she's clutched on the outside of the vehicle. But I think I'm gonna roll it first, and with athletics and agility, it's just 1 success.
That's all you need. What's the target number?
It was. Oh
no!
Oh my! It was. It was 7.
Okay, and.
Okay, so basically she's on the outside. I think what happens is it hits a bump, and then it starts flipping over the other side, and she kind of just runs off the side in her penny loafers and runs onto the dust, kicking up some clouds, but it's ultimately okay.
That sounds like a strong success. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Cool. Okay. Lastly is the driver, she who caused all of this. Poppy, what are you rolling?
Well, I'm gonna roll. It doesn't even matter because they're all the same. We're gonna go with athletics. She saw Roger survive. Well, no, it's all happening at the same time. But she's gonna use her athletics. She's gonna channel her inner Roger and athletics. Just try to.
Athletics
what? Strength. So 7.
No, you're gonna fight it. Okay.
The same tense thing.
I don't. Oh wait, no wait. But she's the pilot. Could she not
No,
she,
we're that ship has sailed. I'm afraid.
Past that. All right, she's just gonna.
That buggy has flipped.
You beat me to it. I was getting more comfortable, and I wanted to say that.
0 successes.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll a d6. It's probably for no reason. You take a point of damage.
Oh, well, so she's screaming while we're flipping, and she's just holding tight onto the steering wheel. I almost said handlebars, whatever, same difference. And then when they come to a stop, her head flings forward, and she just smacks her forehead onto the steering wheel, and she just
Poppy's
has
dead.
it's only 1 damage, so she has a nice imprint of the steering wheel across her forehead.
Of the logo of the buggy.
Just to make it 100% clear, though, the buggy does end up on its side after this daring maneuver.
Yeah, and then she falls out.
Okay, great. So, you guys are having an exciting time. You're 100 meters away from this figure that is almost certainly just going to continue firing lasers. That was Poppy's turn, but Poppy, technically you have a minor action still. What do you want to do with it?
Oh, what can I do with minor actions again? Continue screaming?
Done. You scream into the night, and you are answered.
Don't take it seriously while I'm... Oh, okay. You know what? I will... How am I answered?
That was me just being fun. Let's move on to Geraldine.
So, 100 meters away, you said, right?
Correct.
What's the
how many zones, you might ask?
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet that would typically be probably like 3 zones. That's my guess. But I bet you're like on the edge of it being a 2-zoner. We could look this up if we, looked at rules. Are we going to do that?
No.
Let me call it no. Okay, let's go with that. 3 zones away currently. 3 zones away.
In that case, so Geraldine looks over her shoulder. It seems like everyone survived. She's going to move 1 zone closer. And then I'm going to try... Can I see this creature in better detail as I get that close?
Fine details are really not a thing, just simply because of the darkness. But you are absolutely certain where it is in its relative shape, yep.
What is it shaped like?
A humanoid.
Okay.
Giant E on a map.
Is there a map?
No.
Oh.
No.
Okay,
No, thanks for asking.
I'm going to take a shot.
Do it.
And it's going to get more difficult because I'm shooting with my pipe gun, which is a close range weapon.
Yep.
And I've moved. So there's 2 zones. It's 2 zones away from me now?
Correct.
Okay. And that's going to increase the difficulty.
Should be just by 1, I assume.
2.
2?
Because if you're outside of the effective range of your ranged weapon, it goes up by 1 for every zone outside.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, and you're okay.
So it's long range from me now, it sounds like.
Cool. Makes sense.
Okay, so I'm going to shoot, and I totally remember how to do that, because it is...
What is your target number?
Well, that's what I'm trying to figure out. So it's small guns agility to shoot, right?
Cool. Yeah, sounds right.
With a small gun? Okay, I'm going to buy an AP. My target number is going to be a 9.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
Not bad.
So you gotta hit all 3 dice, basically?
Yep.
2, 7, 10.
That
Can I do...
sounds like it'll do it. Yeah, that sounds like you got 4 successes.
2 hits, yeah.
2 successes? Okay, so the difficulty overall was 3, and we only got 2 successes is what I'm hearing.
Why is the difficulty 3?
Because it's 1 normally, and then you were 2 zones away, which increased it by 2.
Yeah. Can I reroll with a luck point?
I don't know, can you? I'll allow it if it's in the rules.
You can, I think.
Yeah.
Is that one of the uses of it? I think it is. Okay, I'm going to reroll with a luck point. Oh, yeah. And then it's an 8, so I got 3 now.
Okay,
Hey.
you hit.
Okay, and I'm
Where
suppressed.
do you hit me?
Yeah, let's find out, baby.
D20, baby.
I got this weird symbol that is the 20. I don't know, it's like a spin down dice
That's
or
the
something.
holy crap. That's the right leg.
Oh, okay, that's less exciting. All right.
Yeah, you'd think it would be like the head or...
Yeah. But I
don't
guess
know.
head is 1, 2 in this system, which makes sense.
Yeah,
I hit it in the right
The
leg.
butt.
And I deal
right in the butt.
6, 1, 5, which means
1 damage plus 2 damage plus 3 damage. So you got 3 damage in total. Plus 1 effect is going to trigger there on that 5, I
Off
believe.
the pipe gun.
damage effects. I don't think I have any damaging effects.
Okay, it's just suppressed.
Yeah, it's
Probably?
just suppressed. So,
So there's no vicious.
sound.
There's no anything else. All
Just
right.
real. It's just real shy.
3 damage. Just
Yeah.
lols. Okay, got the damage recorded in the right leg. Or L, you say. Okay.
Does it say anything? Does it go, ow?
In fact,
Owie.
it makes no noise whatsoever.
It screams silently, for it has no mouth.
We're just hitting all these references. My God.
That was Geraldine. I'm
Yep.
up. So you guys are spilled all across the not road. I'm going to randomly fire at you. Number 1, we've switched spots. That's going to be Edmund. Take that, Edmund.
No!
Fortunately, since you are still prone... Oh, wait a second. Oh, that's quite interesting. Those of you who were successful, we sort of described you as not being prone.
That was my understanding, so that's why I moved,
Yeah.
because I wouldn't be able to move if I was prone. Yeah.
Well, then, we've got a precedent, so I'm afraid you're standing, which means you don't get the benefit of being prone against range attacks, Edmund. Sorry. Blame Geraldine.
Damn it, Dave.
I am definitely going to hit
Suck
you
it, Edmund.
with 1 laser. Oh, wait, just a second. Yeah.
Is the laser long range?
It in fact doesn't actually deal the damage to you. Yep.
Ha!
Nice.
That's just too
Uh,
skittish.
Okay. Who is up? Roger is up.
Wait a second, does that retroactively mean that those 4 damage that occurred to my right leg never happened at all? Do I
There
shrug
is-
it off?
There is 0 such thing as retroactive. Please
yeah.
continue.
All right. Super Mutant begins to look around. He puts his hands out in front of him. He turns around. He starts just kind of wandering in spot.
Oh, he's got to pee.
Shortly, you guys realize that he has not taken off those sunglasses.
Oh, no.
And is unable to see anything.
Oh, my God.
It is just too dark.
Okay.
And so that's kind of like what he's doing.
Is that your major action plus your minor action? We're going to wander around in the very, very dark.
Yes.
Is he not saying like what does he not is he
point me right direction where I go.
Oh God.
Okay, up to Edmund.
All right. Roger, take the sunglasses off.
Oh, thanks. And he does. He flips them up.
Now I'm going to do my actual turn.
Yeah.
I'm afraid that was a major action. Major action. Yeah.
All right. Because it took a long time to be like, no, the ones on your head. Your eyes.
I can't remember where I placed them.
Yeah. Please let that be a free action. I beg you.
It was, yeah. Please continue. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to move a zone closer, so I'll be in long range from this thing.
Cool.
And then I'm going to shoot it with my hunting rifle.
Nice.
I'm going to stay at my 2 dice. My number is agility 7 and small guns 4, so I need an 11.
Okay.
The difficulty is 1.
Yep.
Okay. Roll it off. I need 11 or lower. I get a 12 and a 3, so I get 1.
Okay.
Which is not enough because I needed 2 successes.
Because
the
it's
hunting
long
rifle
range?
is medium range.
Unless you spend a luck to reroll.
Unless I spent a luck to reroll.
Do you do that?
I do that, yes. Because I rolled it. And I got a 9, so I got 2.
Hey.
You deal damage. Let's hear the damage.
Where is it first? It's right in the 10. The 10 is the left arm. And 6 dice.
Oh, my.
Oh, crap. I dropped 2.
Just spilling everywhere. There's so many dice.
So I got 2 damage, 3, 4, 5 damage, piercing 1. So that means I ignore 1 point of DR on this thing. Whatever it is.
Okay, Edmund, you sight up. Your gun cracks. The bullet flies off into the darkness. Sparks fly, and you guys all clearly see this humanoid creature drop like a sack of boneless potatoes.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, quite the analogy.
After the shot happens is when he cocks the thing and like the bullet flies out, and it's very cool.
Nice.
It hits Roger in the head.
Roach McCall appears. Okay, that's better, actually.
It hits Super Mutant head and you hear sizzle.
It flies right into my collar and just.
So it appears that combat is over with, but maybe not. What do you guys do?
Search the body.
Well, so yeah, pistol up, watching the site. Is he around anything? Because you said Roach before, and I'm going to assume that's who it was.
No, the joke was going to be that Roach appears out of nowhere, catches the bullet casing in his mouth, flips it around like a cigar, and something else equally stupid. Please
a great
ignore
joke. Thank you.
all of that.
Okay.
Yeah, well, I hope we talk about it again later, actually.
Yeah. Okay.
There is no Roach.
Yeah, silently with like the hand signals, Geraldine's going to get people to kind of move ahead. Pistol out, still watching that site, seing if anything else pops up.
So the hand signals were this?
Yeah, they were completely inaudible to anyone that might be listening.
Okay.
Yeah, she's waving, pantomiming different like walking motions.
Geraldine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Super Mutant sees this and he just charges forward. He thinks that's the charge.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm now sprinting towards the enemy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mutant covers most of the distance there. Mutant, in the darkness, you quickly see what is the fallen figure of a humanoid. It doesn't move as you get closer, save for maybe the occasional little twitch, and you hear the whirring of technology. That was WHIRRING, whirring.
I was just like, this whole story is about the worryings of technology.
Yeah, exactly. You're not quite there in a round, but since this is all happening because it's clear to you that combat is over, you're quickly at the former creature. It's almost certainly a synth that has been downed by your combined fire.
All right. Wow. Good job, guys.
Super Mutant holds it close and he goes, "What do you want from me?"
Okay, you grab it. It's ragdolling in your hands and doesn't respond.
It's on brand.
I'll make you talk.
Who is Super Mutant all of a sudden? Oh, is this how Super Mutant talks?
I'm trying to be Batman. I'm trying to be Christian Bale as Batman.
Where is it?
I mean, it is night, so.
Yeah.
While Super Mutant Roger is shaking the body, Poppy's gonna start searching, like just searching it to see what he can
is being
find.
shaken?
While he's rattling it, just
Grabbing on a limb and going through the pockets.
Things are popping off of it.
Like anything requiring subtlety, a super mutant being present does make things more difficult. But you do end up pulling out some cells for an energy weapon, almost certainly the laser pistol that it has been shooting at you with, plus a few other things. Nothing of major consequence you don't see.
Is it still like active?
No.
Okay, so it's
It
completely
might
dead.
have been, but Super Mutant shook it to bits.
Okay. Well, there goes me trying to hack into it. I don't know if it's even possible.
So you're there, Super Mutant's there. Super Mutant, you do seem highly focused on this thing, despite how non-responsive it is. The other two, Edmund and Geraldine, what are you guys doing?
I'm looking around. I want to investigate the site. Like, is there anything here that would lead us to believe the Gek is nearby?
Interesting question. Why don't you roll me a perception in the darkness?
Okay, perception what?
Oh, that's up to you. You're looking around.
Yeah. Survival. I'm sorry.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, no, that's fine. We're past apologies. Edmund and Poppy, do you also want to make a perception check? You don't have to, of course.
I would like to make an endurance survival check to try and find perhaps tracks of some kind that may lead us to the Gek.
Do it.
So I will do that.
And I got 0 successes.
Beauty.
All right.
Nice.
I'm going to try it now. Endurance 8, survival 4. I need 12s and under. 18 and a 7. So I got 1 success.
Okay, so Edmund, as you come up, you notice something that nobody else does, maybe because they're busy shaking the corpse and or going through its pockets.
Telling it to swear to them, of course, yeah.
Indeed. You see that this quote-unquote guard, first of all, looks like it was dressed like a raider, so it's wearing leathers and all the rest, but you guys clearly know that this was once a synth. What you actually notice, though, is that it was standing just above what is just a little bit almost like a cleft or a crack in the earth, and it leads into this tiny little gully. And down there, as you're peering in there, you see that the tracks clearly lead down into this gully, but you don't even have to go in to be able to see from where you are. There's a tiny little red blinking light down there next to what appears to be some kind of a metallic door of some kind, a hatch.
There's a door down there.
Throw an explosive down there. Do it.
I don't have one.
It's the only way to be sure.
Poppy, what's the matter with you? There could be people down there.
More importantly than them, the Gek might be in there, and we don't want to destroy them. Those things are completely priceless.
Right,
And more
true.
importantly,
Yes, no, right, yeah. I'm gonna head down towards. I'm gonna.
Like you move like a Muppet. Like you
wiggle your way down there.
The image of when Edmund flew out of the buggy was just Kermit getting thrown across the room.
Edmund really is just a Muppet.
He's just a Muppet-shaped man.
Edmund, do you share this information?
I do. I said out loud, "There's a door down there." And I'm going to start shimmying down there into the hole, into the crack, and going towards the...
Yeah, it's easily done. You're down there. It's extra dark. You get close up, and you see that the little blinking red light is coming from what appears to be a very tiny little keypad, numerical keypad, plus what appears to be a little bit of a speaker right next to a very serious-looking metallic hatch.
Boy, I sure wish somebody could hack this.
He says out loud to the world.
Wow, that wasn't subtle at all.
Can I? Yeah, Geraldine's gonna take out some bobby pins. Like, I don't know if this is gonna work, but can I try lock picking? My lock picking skills?
There's nothing. I wish you could, but there's nothing to pick.
What if I pick the keypad?
She's just prodding at it with a bobby pin, just poking it.
Come on.
So how about we'll just make it really difficult.
I want Poppy to walk up to this.
Just roll a 20 and that's
we're looking at 3 to do something useful. I'm not promising the door opens, but something useful could happen if you pick
3 successes?
Yes.
Use all the AP.
I don't know if I want to spend AP on this.
Dave, just use all the AP. Just use it all.
All right, I'm gonna buy it. Yeah.
We have 3 to spend. Just use it all. Just do it.
It's very close.
But hold on. That was very close. Dave,
It was very
that
close.
was very close. Was it close enough that maybe a luck might help?
I'm out of. Did we regenerate luck since the last scene? Benevolent DM.
I don't know. My instinct is a strong no because no milestones have been met.
Yeah.
You guys, if anything, have regressed.
We're taking one away.
While Geraldine's trying to pick the keypad, I'm gonna put on the leathers that this raider looking guy had. What parts does he have?
You care about his armor?
Yeah. I'm trying to leather up here.
Okay. He's got basic leather armor.
Okay.
But covering his do you know what? Covering basically every part of his body. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll just round out my gear then.
The nice thing about
right.
wearing that leather armor is you can break it in eventually.
Yeah, it stretches.
It'll be form-fitting. Yeah.
Does it stretch to like double capacity, triple?
No.
I mean, you break it in. Yeah.
I ask for no good reason.
We all know how leather works here. God.
So while Geraldine's trying to, did she pick it?
Okay, so I'll kind of describe this as Poppy. You walk up, you're woman of science or something, maybe. I don't know. I don't know your character super well. Geraldine's incredibly old school. She's been alive for maybe hundreds of years at this point, so the old ways make a lot of sense. So she's working at it. She's reaching the bobby pins inside, and you hear a click, and then she kind of like pauses, looks over at you with a slight smile, and says, "I just broke the pick." And then she takes the pick out.
Nice. Pocket punch.
Poppy.
You know what, Poppy Jones? Why don't you give this a try? You're so smart with this technology stuff.
Sarcastic clap. So, Poppy, so you want to attempt to hack? Okay, difficulty is going to be 2.
And because she's got the hacker perk, the difficulty is decreased by 1.
Difficulty's 5. Difficulty's 2.
You already. So difficulty's now 1.
Okay, cool.
Nice.
Okay. Well, then, what do I use? What do I use to hack it then?
Explosives.
Science.
Oh, okay. Use your logic against me then.
I'm gonna go with science. It is I got 11, and it's also a tag skill, so I automatically get a success.
Are you using intelligence with it, or?
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of my questions, but the second question isn't. You don't
Science
automatically
survival,
get a success.
Yep.
Well, what if I get?
If you roll a success, you get a success automatically.
Is that how it works?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Whatever.
Take that, Isaac.
11.
You didn't think of it like that, huh?
Sorry.
Checkmate.
So I got one success, and because it's a
which
tag,
we know
I get
automatically means a success. Yep.
So I got 2 successes.
Cool. So, Poppy, you shoulder aside Geraldine, or actually, it sounded like she actually stepped out of the way in a nice manner, and you go to work on this thing. You end up popping it open. You end up jimmying the wires, and it takes just a few minutes, but you definitely hear a loud ka-chung, and then what sounds like gears turning, and then a slight hiss of escaping air as this hatch opens up, or more accurately becomes, and I know this is going to be hilarious for Roger, becomes ajar.
Oh no, not again! Please! How is this possible?
Actually, is she kind of like pauses and kind of looks over the group. Like, are we injured like significantly? Am I seeing some like wounds on people?
Roger looks down at his leg. It's seared.
Wasn't it your arm?
Oh no, it is. You're right. It was my right arm. Thank you.
And then I got my leg.
My leg is burning. It's not. It's not your arm, Roger.
Sometimes I get it's confusing. Arm, leg, what difference?
Roger took like 4 damage to the arm. I took 2 to a leg.
Okay, so Geraldine is going to reach into a backpack that she has, hands an iguana on a stick over to Roger. And she's like, "All right, Roger, why don't you have a nice, like your mom, just have a nice snack before we enter this vault."
Does this? What are the effects of the iguana on a stick?
So the iguana on a stick, you would heal 6 HP.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
You think he's screwing with you, but actually,
Yeah,
that's way better than a
that's it.
stim pack.
It's pretty good.
it
I
is
forgot
quite
I had
nice.
these. Yeah, until
Oh,
I
yeah,
looked
I
at
have
it.
one too. Yeah.
Oh, and
Yeah.
I also still have the imprint of the steering wheel in my head, so I had 3 damage.
That's right.
Hey, Franco here. Well, we're nearing the end, and I hope you've enjoyed so far. I'm going to jump in here real quick with the usual. Thanks for watching us. Consider giving us a share on your favorite social media, reviewing on iTunes, or joining our Patreon at patreon.com/Questward. Speaking of Patreon, look, to my eternal shame, I have a swath of miniatures that are just not painted. But the rest of the crew here have offered to join a painting stream where we'll sit back, chat up a storm, and paint minis. You're invited too, of course, but we need 4 more people to join our Patreon to meet that Patreon goal. So please, for my sake, please make this happen. Anyway, we're going to be returning to our regular schedule of our Soulbound adventure next week, I believe. Yes, double post this week, however. Our questing episode is coming out Thursday. All right. Well, enough of that. Let's get back to the climax for our Fallout series.
So the situation is this. Poppy Jones has successfully driven you guys here, flipped the vehicle, and then has successfully also opened the door to the hatch. The hatch is not wide open or anything. It's there in front of you. You're all there. You've healed up a bit by apparently eating incredibly nutritious fried iguana.
Thank you, Geraldine.
I leave it in your hands to decide what to do next.
Roger, now that you're feeling spry and ready for the world, why don't you head on in first?
Okay.
It's nice to have a big, not necessarily dumb, all in this case, pretty dumb, agreeable meat sack, right? It's kind of nice.
Yeah.
Roger, the hatch itself isn't open. What do you do?
I pry it open with my bare hands.
Okay, well, you don't really have to pry.
Actually, GM, you specifically said it was a jar before.
So how are you going to get the jar open?
Smash the jar!
I feel like we should star wipe to the door. The hatch is open, and you were peering down,
that was
Roger.
A close one.
Yeah, that was very close. You're peering down into roughly a 3 foot by 3 foot wide hatch. There's a ladder into the side. 3 feet by 3 feet is barely enough to accommodate super mutants. You look down there. It goes down these rungs of this ladder for about 30 feet, and there's a very pale red glow down there from some really terrible lighting, but it is down there 30 feet. What do you do?
Hi? Who's down there? Oh, someone in trouble. I go. No super mutant will candlestick down the chute.
Candlestick. I've never heard that used in this way before. I'll take your word for it.
It's like you grab the two sides and just go down.
Oh no! It's
really?
it's where you like legs straight jump, like going like when you jump off a waterfall or something.
That's how candlesticks go.
Yes,
apparently.
So you're gonna jump 30 feet down?
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds like a test to me. I'm
sure
tempted
is.
to make it a difficulty of 1 per 10 feet drop. This is a significant drop.
So hang on. So hang on. What happens? What happens is Geraldine's like, "Can you go first?" Superman opens the hatch and just yeets himself down.
Okay, but
ask and I shall deliver. All right, I'm gonna roll.
But I just need to say, I don't think it's that big because how tall is Super Mutant?
Height doesn't matter because he's jumping straight down. It's a 30-foot drop.
All right,
matter,
so
no
now
matter
we
how tall it is.
Okay.
All right, how much does he weigh? That's the important one, because now we gotta calculate. You gotta calculate mass, gravitation.
Okay. Can we please move on? Isaac, can we call it 2 difficulty and just roll?
I don't know why we would do that, but yes, sure.
Okay.
This is a highly dangerous thing you're doing.
All right, it's strength athletics. Wait, okay, what is the DN? What is the DN the DM is setting?
It's 3.
Okay, it's going to be 3. I'm going to be using strength and athletics is the only thing I can think of. So I'm looking for 15, and I need 3 successes. So I'm going to buy a dice.
Yes,
we're down to 2.
We should be down to 2 or maybe even 1. So let's go. That is a 15 on the nose, so that's one success. A 2, that is 2 successes. So now I'm playing to get that AP back, and I do. Yeah, we're up to 3 AP, and I've succeeded in all 3.
Utter horseshit, but fine.
15 was a success for you?
So
15.
I got 4 successes on that by rolling a 2, a 15, and a 10.
No, but that's what I'm saying. A 15 is a success?
Strength of 12, athletics
Beefy
of
boy.
3,
Okay.
and it's attack
Yeah.
skill, yeah.
That strength of 12
Very beefy boy.
is excessive. I'm pretty sure, what are the super mutants that are like the size of a building? I think they have strength 12, so you are extra beefy. Super mutant, you yeet yourself down, straight down, regardless. Maybe your height helped, I suspect. You land without harming yourself in any... I'm sorry, Dylan. I deserve that look. You land down there. It's as I described it. You're standing down there alone. Your head nearly brushes the ceiling because there's a hallway that heads out 100 feet in front of you. The poor red lighting follows the hallway all the way, but at the end of that hallway, 100 feet away, there's a very bright light, and strangely, you see, at least you think you see, probably another 50 feet past that, is a building. And I don't mean some underground, strange bunker-type building. It looks very much like a building you might see in town, built with the exact same materials. That's what you see from here. And you know what? You've got a few seconds to watch. You even think you see what looks like could be Roach McCall just wandering past the open door.
Oh, Roach, I have your glasses. Please. Roach, have glasses you want.
Can we hear this from up the shaft?
Yes.
I think just the beat is so great because like Roger just like dives down, and I think the first thing that crosses Geraldine's mind is like, I've killed him. And then a few moments later, I think he's shouting. It's like, oh, I don't know how that works, but let's get down there as soon as possible, please.
Very impressionable young man. Okay, you head down?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm heading down right after Geraldine.
Jump down, apparently, because it's safe.
It's so safe. Super mutant. You are currently super mutant, right? Still?
Of course, yeah.
Great. Roach, way down there, 120 feet away, makes no notice of you and walks out of sight almost immediately. Not hurrying away, though. I don't want to give that impression, just as if he didn't hear you. Do you do anything else, though?
Yeah, I call up to Geraldine.
Geraldine's reached you. She's right next to you now.
I grab her off the ladder and place her in front of me, and then I adjust her head to where I saw Roach. I saw Roach. He go that way.
Roach? Didn't we kill Roach?
Yeah.
Yeah. We killed him.
Wait. No.
Did we die? Did we die?
Sorry.
All right. Well, let's get over there. We got to check out what's going on.
Okay, you guys head down this hallway. Okay, I walk with them. You guys get halfway down the hallway, and at the end of the hallway where the light is bright, where you can clearly see what appears to be, pieces of a town built up underground here. A bent, crooked old man steps out from the side, stops at the end of the hallway, and calls out to you in a weak, thready voice, "Well, you may as well come see what we've been up to. You'll be most impressed."
Who are you?
He's turning and hobbling away. There's time for that. Come along.
I hate it when they avoid questions.
Geraldine, you want I shake?
Yeah, get ready to shake him real good if he doesn't cooperate.
Super Mutant prepares his shaking hands.
Okay.
It just starts vibrating.
I follow the thready old man.
I follow Geraldine.
Okay. I'm going to assume that you all head to the end of this hallway.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
The inside of the compound, you guys reach this much greater. We probably should have gone down even further than 30 feet. Now that I'm thinking about it. It was in the edge of a hill. You guys look out over this compound, and you see what can only be Walton's Crossing, the town, recreated in fine detail here. Artificial sunlight shines down from the ceiling, filling the single large room with its warmth. In the center of the room is, as you guys walk in, and this old man in the lab coat is creaking away from you and making motions of come along. You follow him a few feet, and you see not only is this like a recreation of Walton's Crossing, it is a perfect recreation. You guys reach the center of town, the town square, and find that the recreation is so perfect that even the carvings in the trees are similar. The trees themselves are the same. You've got the fountain in the middle of the town square, the benches exactly as they would be, but most unnerving, or maybe unsurprising at this point, are the people that you've known for a year at least. They all give you friendly smiles or nods as if nothing is strange, as if you didn't just kill them. Roach is leaning up or sitting against the fountain, and he's got his arms crossed, and he just gives you a little smile and a reverse nod, and plays with that smoke in his mouth.
I put his glasses onto him.
He's already wearing some.
I put them on anyways. You drop these. Here.
He says, mighty obliged, and he takes them and puts them in his shirt, folds it. So he's a triple so cool. Yeah. So the old man turns to you slowly with some care, and he spreads his arms out as wide as he can, which isn't that wide, and he says, well, what do you think of Walton's Crossing? Quite the experiment we have going down here, don't you think?
Why? Why make this?
Why, for the greatest future you could possibly imagine. The best future. With technology, we can accomplish anything.
Well, she reaches to her sidearm and starts pulling out her pistol. Like, I suppose...
For what it's worth, Super Mutant's behind him with his shaking hands ready.
So if you were to put your hands on his shoulders, your fingers would terminate like closer to his belly button than anywhere else. Like, you are enormous and he is very small. Now, he holds up his hands and he says, now, just wait a moment. There's a good amount of information you need before this gets violent.
Okay.
You see, if I could be totally honest with you, the damage in Walton's Crossing, it's already done. And there's not much we can do about it. Certainly, the people who have been harmed, well, that harm isn't likely to go away. But even the people that are still there, I suspect there's more than a few in that fugue state. I had to lean pretty hard on the controls earlier. And I have you to thank for that, I might add. You kind of made me accelerate things. Anyway, the point is those people aren't coming back, and whether you kill me or attempt to destroy this place or not, there's nothing to be done for them. So,
why you hurt them?
Well, I've already explained that, but I don't expect a brute like yourself to understand. He turns and faces you.
But why male models?
Are you kidding? We just went through this. I wouldn't expect a brute like you to understand, my good mutant friend. But the simple fact is that the Institute can create a better future for everyone living in the Wasteland. But sacrifices must be made, and I'm afraid your town with its Gek, too good of an opportunity to pass up.
What happened to all the people?
Well, most of them had their memories, I suppose, scraped away would be the best term for it. Those who are, dead now, thanks to your violence, I think you know exactly what happened to them. And, regretfully, a few had to be killed early on so that we could infiltrate Walton's Crossing proper.
Like the mayor.
Well, she was one of the only people who knew where to find the Gek. We got that information from her with a great deal of care quite early on.
How long have you been here for?
Well, most of a year. Anyway, I'll let you process that. And he goes and wanders over to one of the benches and sits down with a great deal of care and looks up into the fake sunlight and smiles beatifically, in probably enjoying this moment much more than he has any right to. Or maybe you're okay with all this. Who knows?
Someone explain Roger. Mutant, super mutant. Ooh, what happened?
She walks over to the man like, why did you need to kill these people though? That's still, I don't understand why.
Oh,
you could take the Gek, but why kill them?
Well, I'm sure you know the reputation we have and the difficulty we've had in the Wasteland, or perhaps you don't. There are many an ignorant person around. The simple fact is that we've learned to take what we need, and the work we do, it's too important to be stopped by small minds. I am sorry for that, but nobody suffered unless they brought it upon themselves needlessly. The scraping of the memories, though, well, that's unfortunately painful no matter how you go about it, and it's inexact, so we're never sure exactly when someone will break. Your friend, the ghoul farmer, he broke quite a bit earlier than we expected, though we did see it coming. What was very surprising was you being able to talk him back to himself. That is not something I expected. Very good data, but unfortunately that forced our hand. We needed to accelerate things significantly since yesterday.
So what are you? Are you one of those things too?
What things?
One of the synths.
He just shrugs. Who's to say? And does it matter? He slowly stands up, stretches to his height of 4'10", and he says, "So, here's the choice you have. You could probably simply kill me now, and that may or may not bring an end to my activities, although what if I'm a synth and the real doctor, the person who runs this place is anywhere here? He could be hiding anywhere. You'll probably never find him in that case, and there are, by my count, 48 synths here underground. They will protect this place, I do promise you that. So, any violence will be reciprocated. So here's the choice. And you are the only 4, I believe, in the entire town that now has this opportunity. You can move on. Leave the town the way it is, and we will continue our work here and do the best possible things we can do for the Wasteland in the future. A little bit more information. The technology we used, the booster, well, I'm afraid we had to attach it to the fusion reactor back with your Gek, and it would be very difficult even for me to extricate it without simply destroying the Gek itself. So, best case scenario for you would be, I suppose, you kill everyone here, myself, all of these creations, but then Walton's Crossing will die anyway.
I'm getting flashbacks to, was it New Vegas or was it 3 or what was that? The kill all the mutants
most of them,
or not?
Yes.
Most of them.
I genuinely don't know what's going on. Like, Jonathan doesn't know what's going on. They've, like, I get that I get that they're trying to take over, like, the stuff that Walton's Crossing had. But, like, I don't get any of the motivation. Like, he's just like, yeah, we fucked up. We fucked with them just for kicks. Like, that's basically what I'm picking up.
He was saying, like, replacing everyone with synths in Walton's Crossing to create, what was it? Like a perfect little town?
Perfect synths that are exactly the same as the people.
Oh,
literally by stealing their memories.
Yeah, robots, but with all the memories and brain patterns of the people.
Because why not? Because it's the Institute, and it's the Institute.
They're playing a long game, and I guess the long game is synth cities across the Wasteland.
Synth cities. I think you could make a game out of that.
And that is true. You could each make a different decision. I'm certainly okay with that, but I want to make it clear, you're free to go.
And what if we stayed?
Oh, I'm afraid you stay, and the machine will eventually take what's inside of you and will put it into a robot, and that will be that.
So I'd be a robot?
Well, you wouldn't... Technically, yes, Edmund. There would be a perfect Edmund robot in the town. It wouldn't really be you, but it would exist. It would be a fine shooter like yourself. It would care for the townsfolk.
No, don't turn Edmund into some kind of puppet. Not a puppet.
Am I here already?
Okay, Poppy. We're down to 2 of us.
He makes some... There could be a micro expression there. I don't know if you catch it.
Probably
do you catch
not.
It?
No.
Oh, you choose. Okay, so you're not going to roll a test or anything.
No, I'm not. He is too overwhelmed to notice micro expressions.
Okay. There's the briefest pause before he just shrugs.
Okay. Geraldine, I shake now.
Doctor, what about all the people up top? Are they just dead now? They're just going to rot, or what?
Well, not yet. I don't think. I mean. I would have to visit the town. You've made quite a mess of things. I understand that you don't find that to be your fault, but it will take me some time to fully understand.
Geraldine swings her revolver up and it sticks it under his jaw.
So the normal response for a reasonable person would be to put their hands up or to react. He lifts his head slightly and gives you the faintest smile. Would you like the answer to your question?
You're gonna scrape them out and put them into synth bodies next?
I'm afraid most of that work is done. As I said, you did need to accelerate things thanks to your actions, so they're most of the way there already. The damage is done. I do promise you that. There's very little you can do to actually return things to true.
I'm going to do a... I'd like to check and see if he's lying
Sure.
to me at all.
How are you going to do that?
I want to do speech charisma.
Sold?
That is...
I need to tell you the difficulty here.
Yeah.
This is a seasoned communicator and probably liar. This is a difficulty 3.
Okay. Do we have any AP left? I feel like this is an important time to spend some
4.
AP. Okay. I'm going to buy 1 or 2 dice. What do you think, folks?
2 dice.
Go crazy, man.
This is an important one.
Yeah.
So 2 dice will cost you 3 total.
So we have 1
Okay.
AP left?
Yeah.
So how does 5 successes sound, Doctor?
Oh!
It sounds like significantly more than 3.
Yeah, so 2 AP back as well, because I got...
So we go down 1 to 3?
Yeah.
So you pick up on things that none of the others probably are even capable of picking up on. One of those things is a flicker of doubt crosses his face as he says, there's no way to reverse the damage that's already been done to these people.
So what can we do, Doctor? Like, man, I don't know how to take that.
Okay, I do want clarity for you because 5 successes is a lot. He, if there is anybody who's capable of reversing anything that he's done, it's almost certainly him in the entire Wasteland. Besides that, it could be a possibility, but it's certainly not been something he's dug into. But the way he responds to you, and because you're so in tune with body language and inflection, you know that he doesn't know it's irreversible. He's telling you it's irreversible, but he probably doesn't know for sure.
So, Doctor, I've been around the Wasteland a very long time and experienced a lot of things before that, and I just want to say that even though you're not afraid of death, you can be afraid of what we can do to you in between life and death. So if you want to try and do anything to reverse this, I think you should start thinking about it right now.
Renegade points gained. Darkside points gained. Nice.
And then Poppy pops up and she's like, yeah, and imagine like what you could gain if you figured out how to reverse it and what you would learn.
Reverse it? Why would I want to reverse my life's work? Bah. Do whatever you think you need to do. I'm doing the work of the gods now. We're recreating the world, a perfect future.
I think we're all on the same page. Can I break his arm?
So just so you guys know, you're not necessarily on the same page. What does Roger say in real life? And by real life, I mean in the game we're making up.
It's real to me.
It's real in our hearts.
Geraldine, I show taste. I show taste of what we do.
Do it.
And I break his arm.
Oh, okay. The break is clean, and it is indeed highly mechanized. You know that this is certainly a synth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He reacts, but doesn't scream in a very human-like way. He narrows his eyes, is obviously in some level of pain, but slowly recovers from it and says, "Nothing but brutes. You made this happen. This could have been relatively peaceful.
Break his face.
Do your worst."
Rip his jaw off!
I just place my big meaty finger over his mouth and shh. No talk anymore. No more. Where your big body?
What? One more time? I think we all were looking at those cameras like, what?
We're real body. We're big body, not tiny little man.
You giant ignoramus, there's no reason for me to tell you that. Again, do your worst. I don't fear. Why? What do you do, mutant?
I just do the other arm.
Okay, that's more or less his reaction. Although he doesn't say why. He knows why. You're basically I'm torturing this person. The second break is very difficult for this very old man synth to recover from. It's minutes before he's got enough breath left in his synthetic body to look at you in the eyes and catch his breath. But he's still alive, and he looks pained, but still somewhat defiant. You don't think this synth body survives another treatment like this, though.
Okay. So here's the little plan that I have, Doctor. We might lose this little encounter here, but I think we can take you with us on a little road trip, and we're going to go find your friends wherever they are, and we're going to figure out how to fix this. And you're going to come along for the ride. Mutant, why don't you break his legs off, and we'll put him in a little backpack, and you can carry him around, and he can watch as we rip apart his little Institute friends one by one until he either wants to help us or we find a solution on our own.
Yes. Are you clapping silently, Poppy? This is a horrific outcome.
Not Poppy. Dylan the human, the real life human, is like doing the snaps and the claps.
Okay,
this what we call Wasteland justice.
Okay, so we know Mutant's reaction. Edmund, what's your reaction?
So Edmund's gonna very shaky hands reach into his coat, pull out a stim of Calmex to calm his nerves, stabs himself in the neck. Gives it a second to wash over him and just, Geraldine, that's a great idea.
Oh my god!
What happened to his voice? Why are you flirting with Geraldine?
And Poppy, what's your reaction?
Poppy looks utterly stunned, staring at Geraldine. She did not expect this. She looks at her Pip-Boy and is like, "Oh, okay, I might have a heart attack," and I have high anxiety, and she's just like. Mm-hmm.
She just needs a little bit of comics.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I only had the one.
She's internally screaming, but she's gonna go along with it because she's very scared of Geraldine now.
Okay. The door to the hallway, the only escape that you guys know of, would absolutely positively have slammed shut.
Oh shit!
Yeah. You guys have decided that you're essentially going to torture this being until it gives you what you want. Mutant, you're the person who's physically making this happen currently. What do you do?
Well, first of all, we don't have to call it torture. We can call it light coercion.
Let's rationalize breaking things limbs.
It's not a person.
It's not a real person.
It's encouragement.
Does this unit have a soul? Let's not get into that. That's a different campaign. What does Mutant do?
He's going to throw him over his back like a backpack. I guess lash him there some way, somehow. Maybe slip him under like a...
Yeah.
Okay. You get about that far. You pick him up, and there's a resounding clang back from the hallway where you guys came from. Looking in that direction, it's a little hard to see because you've passed several trees and buildings, but at least one of you, I'm sure, can see that the doorway is, for all intents and purposes, gone. It's been closed off in some way. And many of these friendly synths, Roach McCall, Pollyanna the Mute Fruit Farmer, and a whole town worth of other synths are heading towards you guys with the slow inexorability of synthetic violence. It looks like you guys are going to have an enormous fight on your hands, and I don't see how you guys escape from this. The good doctor, from your shoulder, basically says, "Well, I guess this was inevitable, but it was your mistake.
You need to learn how to take your own responsibilities on your own shoulders."
Breaks his shoulders.
And then we're going to fade out. Fade in, Walton's Crossing. If we were watching this on TV, there's a text scroll 1 year later. A man, a woman, and a child are crossing Gabe's Bridge. Tears well in their eyes as they take in the unmutated greenery and what appears to be clean flowing water. They continue into town, and while they get more than a few curious looks from the villagers themselves, no one villager fails to give them a welcoming smile or a reassuring nod. Streamers are being stretched across the town square from tree to tree. Children play. The trail-worn family can scarcely believe their eyes. Welcome, strangers. They turn to see Jessie Pettigrew beaming behind them. She tips her great black hat and winks. Welcome to Walton's Crossing. If you're kind and interested in the greater good for us all, well, I'm sure you'll fit in just fine.